Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Redeemables podcast, where we take movies that ranked 50 or below on the Metacritic, and we decide whether to say they're pretty good or nail them to the cross.
The cross.
I'm Duff, and with me is a very special guest panel. I have an expert in wolves with flying squirrel wings, BJ.
It's a very specialised field. Yeah, I did an online degree.
I believe it's actually called a cryptozoologist.
Cryptozoologist.
Yeah, no, that's Bigfoots and shit, though.
Yeah, it's in the wheelhouse.
Okay, cryptozoologist.
Yes.
No one likes a smart ass, man.
Who specialises in crocodiles with clubs on their tails.
I've seen one.
Have you?
Yeah.
Whereabouts? Louisiana?
It might have just been a large armadillo.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Rampage 2. Yeah. Armadillo?
Armadillo versus Aardvark.
Just do Meg versus Rampage.
That's not bad.
Imagine, right? An albino gorilla on top of a Meg.
Dude, we actually have to edit that out because that's fucking genius and someone's going to take that idea. If you're listening, Hollywood, we've got it on record.
Damn it.
Good idea. That's the best thing you've ever said.
So we are doing Rampage, the 2018 rock vehicle.
It's weird. You like hang out with animals more than people.
Yeah, well, animals get me. I rescued George when he was 2 years old. George never would have survived on his own.
He definitely trusts you.
Last night, George was 7 feet and weighed 500 pounds. George, you okay, buddy? You're scared. It's okay. This morning, he's 9 feet, pushing 1,000. What's happening to my friend?
Are you familiar with genetic editing? Changes will be incredibly unpredictable.
Is he the only one?
Oh, you didn't know about the 30-foot wolf?
It's got the Metacritic score of 45.
Okay.
And this surprised me a bit because, our user score is 61.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I chose this movie because I hadn't seen it in a long time and felt like watching a good rock movie.
Yeah.
And I got thoughts on that.
Hopefully.
Okay,
Got some
Rampage
dead
is
space
a
to fill.
2018 American science fiction action-adventure monster film. Directed by
Wait. Do that again. Science fiction
action-adventure monster film.
Okay, yeah.
Just put comedy just to be done with it.
Science fiction action.
I like all of those things, so keep going.
Directed by Brad Payton and loosely based on the video game series of the same name by Midway Games.
Yep.
Never heard of it.
The game.
Nah.
You remember it?
Never heard
It's
of it.
your era-ish. I think it was...
So the 70s.
Sounds like a guy throwing a rock against a wall.
We had Pong.
I'm pretty sure it was...
Actually, the rich kids had Pong. We had Ping.
They haven't made
They haven't made that movie yet.
no, it was the reason I say it's your era. It was an arcade machine.
Oh,
game.
right.
And then it converted to...
I wasn't allowed to go to the arcade.
It was on
It's when-
Nintendo 64.
Yeah, when the gorilla throws down barrels and Mario's got to jump over him.
right.
Yeah,
So
something like that.
Donkey Kong.
I think it's called Smash Bros now.
Smash Bros. That's what they called me and Ken back in the day. Fucking Smash Bros. Fucking wiki. Where was I? Midway Games.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
The film stars Dwayne Johnson in the lead role.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, me neither. Naomi Harris, Marlon Ackerman, Jack Lacey, and Joe Manganiello.
Yeah.
Fucking nailed it.
I like Joe.
And Jeffrey Dean Morgan,
And Uriah Faber. We're not going to shout out the UFC fighter?
who goes, whereabouts?
Yeah.
That's his one line. And
He's in it,
UFC
though.
star
He's in it
Uriah
with the-
Faber,
Yeah, thank
who
you.
goes, whereabouts?
I just want to put on the record again that you don't have a movie without these smaller parts. Some people only need to be in a movie for a couple of seconds to have contributed something.
Yeah,
I
like
liked him in it.
Steven Seagal in bloody Executive Decision.
Yes.
Okay, I've still got more, believe it or not. It follows a primatologist who must team up with George, an albino western lowland gorilla, who turns into a raging creature of enormous size and growing into larger sizes as a result of a rogue experiment. to stop 2 other mutated animals from destroying Chicago.
Yeah, great.
Sorry, I did that all in caps. On my notes. I'm like Ron Burgundy or read the Proctor. Is that what it's called? A Proctor?
Prompter.
Prompter. Okay,
Proctor is
Sounds a little different. Sounds like something to do with butt
That's
stuff.
it.
it's butt stuff.
Oh, yeah, it is butt stuff.
Dr.
Okay.
Proctor.
Dr. That's what they called us back in the day as well, Ken. Okay, I got the tagline for this, and it might be the worst tagline I've ever heard for a movie.
Really? Because we've had some
Wow.
fucking stinkers.
We've had some stinkers.
This stinks. This smells to high heaven.
Are we going to do a little round table and come up with a new one after this?
Yeah,
I've already done it.
I'm already marinating on a couple.
Yeah.
I've already got 2.
All right, give me the real one.
I'll give you the real one. Big meets bigger.
No, because I'm thinking about Tom Hanks all of a sudden.
Yeah, Tom Hanks.
I don't hate it.
Big meets bigger.
Big means bigger.
Yeah, but it's that kind of movie.
Oh, yuck. Bear with me, Ken.
Okay.
So I did some other ones.
All right, what do you got?
Very late at night.
Are these Duff creations?
Yeah, Duff creations.
Direct from Duff. All right.
Oh, geez. Some of the world's most deadliest animals just got an upgrade.
That's fucking great.
Actually, you're so good at this.
That's really
fucking
great.
legitimately good at this.
I got another one.
Yeah.
Humans used to be on top of the food chain. Now they're just food.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah.
And that's it, man.
That's it, yeah.
I
I'm
think
gonna
both
vote-
of those 2 are better than
Definitely.
Big meets
Yeah.
bigger.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to vote the first one. I
Yeah,
like
me too.
that.
It's unanimous.
Just got an upgrade.
Yeah, that was great.
Just got an upgrade.
Well, I'm really happy with it. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, Duff's totally peaked.
Yeah, that's it for me.
No, it's like your hidden
Yeah,
talent.
we found it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If only someone would pay me.
Hollywood, if you're listening.
They are,
Yeah.
They are.
according to our map of listeners.
Yeah.
There's a couple out there.
I'm that young girl that goes to Hollywood with great aspirations and turn into a hooker.
A broke hooker.
A broke hooker. She went there chasing dreams. What she became was a nightmare.
Chasing dreams. Shin it up. Chasing the dragon.
Also good. Yeah.
All right, let's get into the budge.
Yeah.
Guess
Numbers.
how much it costs.
Fucking heaps.
Yeah, quite a lot.
All of it. It cost all of the money. I don't know. Fucking 120 mil.
$185 million. Yeah, The Rock's 85 million.
Yeah, true.
Estimated value, Ken, right on the money, 120 million.
Was it really? 120 on the dot?
million,
Okay,
yeah.
cheers.
Yeah, cheat.
Honestly.
No, I didn't. Did I say that out loud?
I just don't know why he started typing on his little computer before I said it.
So competitive.
Remember, we're scoring this season. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
one for me.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
GBO. Was it a hit? Do you think it's a hit?
Yeah. Yeah, it's The Rock, man. The Rock was fucking untouchable. Still is.
2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was massive in 2000.
Was this before or after Skyscraper?
This is before.
Okay.
Right. So I legitimately.
I think it's around the same time, actually.
Yeah, maybe within 12 months, but maybe not the same calendar
Because
year.
I remember them being both ish.
I remember them being both marketed well.
My problem is that I've spent several hours this week, like way more than I should, lying awake trying to remember if there's like San Andreas and Skyscraper are separate movies.
Yeah, very.
I honestly have been like the whole time. You guys have just confirmed. I could have Googled it.
Look, I think they
Andreas
have
is
some
good.
overlapping scenes,
Yeah.
and possibly characters, but
just-
they are a separate entity.
Okay, it's good to know.
Yeah.
And sleep easy. Anyway, what was the question?
I can't
GBO.
remember.
Oh, GBO.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon it did all right.
225.
190.
It was a massive hit. 428 million.
Was it fucking really?
Fucking huge hit.
A lot of fans of the game out there.
I just missed this. I missed the whole Rampage hype.
I remember watching it and then never thinking about it ever again.
I remember not watching it.
Because it's a it's a goofy movie.
I made a deliberate choice.
Fuck, that just speaks volume for The Rock's power. Eh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a draw card.
Although the trailer would have looked pretty cool.
I watched it.
Giant
this is going to be my new
beast.
thing. My new resolution.
And was it cool?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sitting at home watching WWE Raw, and the trailer for this comes on.
Sorry.
Giant gorillas, giant crocodiles,
Yeah.
giant wolves that fly.
Oh, I get
and
it.
Joe Manganiello.
Duff, I don't know anything about wrestling. WWE Raw, does that mean you're watching it naked, or is that a thing? Is that a thing? Like, is it a
watching
league?
it raw.
Is that the name of the league? Is it called a league? Where they fight in a league?
All right, that's enough besmirching
Anyway,
wrestling, please.
sorry, I'm an adult.
Speaking of
It took up 20 years of my life, man. I
speaking
won't
of wrestling,
sit here and-
stay tuned next week for the minisode. It involves wrestlers in movies. And you guys are going to fucking hate that quiz. It's a hard
Oh,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I'm,
me too.
I won't be here. I'm just messing with it. I'll head off. I'm screwed. What a fucking stitch up. Wrestlers in movies.
Sorry, man. They're all very good B-grade action. Ken's going to win.
Yeah, no doubt.
I've seen them all.
Some of them you might. I think you'll get lucky because it's multiple choice.
If you don't touch on John Cena's The Marine, then I'm leaving the pod.
The gauntlet is thrown.
I've got a bigger movie for you
Okay.
that's better than The Marine.
Okay, I think I know what it is.
Condemned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Stone Cold. What a hit. I watched it like 3 weeks
And
ago.
Ken's already got 1 point.
You're so competitive.
All right. Go.
Okay. I got critic thoughts. Well, they have thoughts. I'm just going to read them out.
Yeah.
This is from Michael Phillips from the Chicago Tribune.
Okay.
I love this guy. Rampage is a drag. Yeah, you gave it a score of 38.
Why fucking complicate it?
Yeah.
It's just perfect. Yeah.
It's a fucking
It's
drag.
efficient.
It's a drag.
It's efficient. That's what he is.
If I was a critic, I'd be like, not keen.
Yeah.
And if I like something, I'd be keen.
Not bad. It's good. Pretty good.
Good for real. I've got Kirsten Page Kirby from the Washington Post.
Of course.
At times, Rampage almost hides its problems. It's just funny enough, just exciting enough, and just visually impressive enough. What it never is, though, is anything more than just enough.
Yeah, but that's not a bad thing, is it? It's enough.
Yeah.
Reading
just
that,
enough.
she's just to be like 50.
What,
yeah?
she give it 50, yeah.
No, 37.
Well, it's not enough then,
It's
is
not
it?
enough.
You said it was just
It
enough.
should be like, it's just below enough.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
quite
not quite enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I've got ex-007 agent Roger Moore from Movie Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We've had him a long time ago, I remember.
He's been around.
Well, he's
Yeah.
dead now, isn't he?
He's popped up.
Roger Moore?
Yeah.
Sean Connery is. Is Roger
Yes,
Moore
no,
dead as well?
Sean Connery's not dead.
Yeah, Sean Connery's dead.
Fuck off.
He died like 2-3 years ago in his mansion in the Bahamas.
No way.
Are we sure?
Sean Connery's fucking dead, man.
No, he's not. Is he?
Yes.
Is
He was living down in the Bahamas or somewhere.
He's not dead, though.
In
is he?
Jamaica, maybe, I think
Oh
it
my
was.
god! Wait till
Oh, no,
Duff
like
finds
a
out
jo-
about Brandon Lee. He's gonna.
Yeah,
Okay, Brandon Lee's
no,
dead.
Sean Connery passed.
Did he really?
Yeah, he was like fucking 80-something.
When?
He was old.
This year?
2-3 years ago.
Oh, that's fucking heartbreaking.
You must have known at the time.
Ah, I didn't.
If I knew, I'd forgotten.
I'm sure I send you heaps of gifs of the movie The Rock.
If it's not on Survivor, I don't watch TV.
Yeah, that's fair.
Was it?
No, he's dead. I don't know about Roger Moore, though.
Oh, when I just go home and fuck the prom queen.
That was the exact gif I sent you over and over again when he passed. Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can continue. Anyway, Roger Moore from Movie Nation. I don't give a fucking shattered my world. It's not convincing.
Give him bad news after the pod next time.
Did you not know?
I don't think I did. Maybe I did, and I subconsciously
Yeah,
went.
just blocked it out. Yeah,
And all right, let's get through Roger Moore.
gone off the rails.
Good
yeah.
vibes, good vibes. It's not convincing, not impressive, and after Jumanji, Johnson's agents will probably never let him within a city block of Brad Payton.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to find out who the fuck Brad Payton is.
He's
later.
the director.
He's the director.
Right, I didn't know
Which
that.
is funny because he didn't direct Jumanji.
Oh,
So what's he talking
he's
about?
catching strays for Jumanji as well. He's like, and fuck you for Jumanji as well.
And everything else The Rock was in.
Brad Payton's like, what?
I didn't do that one. Yeah, you fucking did. I'm Roger Moore.
You know what you did.
You may as well have done it, you prick.
David Sims. Rampage is a big, noisy nothing. An action extravaganza that fails to be funny, just as fails as it fails to be serious.
What? Yeah, okay.
Did you get the memo? It's not a real serious movie. It's about
Yeah,
monsters.
this is true.
Certainly not.
Yeah, fair
Triple
point.
and-
That's a very fair point.
I didn't like how the bat with wings wasn't serious.
It was no Schindler's List, I'll tell you that much.
Where's the girl in the red dress? And that's why they call him Simple David, I reckon.
Didn't get it.
And he gave him a 20.
20?
Roger Moore hates fucking Jumanji, gave him 25. And I've got Emily Yoshida from A Vulture. I'm not terribly... Oh, God.
Okay, you don't need to do her accent, mate.
I wasn't. That's just my stunner, bro.
How many episodes did we make it before we got cancelled? 50 odd.
Fuck.
No.
It was always going to be me hosting a rock movie. I'm not terribly convinced that the overly campy version of this film would be any better, but I'm very certain this one is bad.
Ooh.
So she's saying a campy movie would be better than this if this one's bad. She gave it a 20 as well.
Wait, she's saying it wasn't campy?
Yeah, she wanted more camp.
She wanted more
I thought
camp.
it was pretty hammy.
I thought it
pretty
was
campy.
Yeah.
I thought it was hammy as shit.
Yeah.
Not wildly, but it was like probably actually about the right amount.
She wanted the crocodile to fly as well.
Yeah, she wanted even more silly.
All right, it's pros and cons. Let me hear them.
I got a question without notice, and I should probably look this up.
I hate it when they're without notice.
Yeah, no, it's my thing now. It's season 2. It's not going to be my thing. I'm just going to fucking pop quiz the shit out of you.
I'll probably have it on my half a page
Writers,
of
do we
notes.
know? Oh, here we go. I'm wondering whether this suffers from what I've diagnosed and termed MWS.
Yeah, there's 70 writers on this movie.
Yeah, multiple writer syndrome.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like a writer's room, or do you mean rewrites?
Rewrites.
Where they're like,
Was there,
get a
do you know?
script, and they're like, we need more of whatever or less of whatever, and they give it to someone else, and it ends up with a bit.
And then they go,
tone.
bring in the comedy guy,
Yeah.
and make him clean this up a bit to get some comedy, and
Yeah.
it doesn't quite fit. Yeah.
So
okay.
I mean, we've discussed it before, and I don't know. This is my new theory. My working theory is that if it
there's
bounces around a bit,
There's a screenplay, then there's a writer for a screenplay. There's like 5 different writers, and I can't remember any of the names. And I don't
The only thing I've got against your theorem is if this is multiple people writing this,
yeah,
we've got a problem.
Well, that was one of my questions as well. that was because
Let's lay out the premise. Oh shit!
so right off the bat, I'll say like the thing that I found overall about it is a little bit uneven in tone,
Yeah,
which
agree.
I think is a multiple. That's my MWS diagnosis.
Would you say that the villains are in a different movie? Like as in the CEO dude
Yes.
and
Yes,
they're in a whole nother movie.
I fucking hated
Tonally,
I hated their performance.
Terrible.
Really?
I've got it here.
Dreadful.
Yeah.
Jack Lacey, Brett Whited,
Yeah.
it's
Marlon
Jake.
Ackerman.
I think it's Jake.
I'm actually going to need to open
Fair
IMDb
one.
to put faces to these names.
He was
horrible.
he was the
whole
young
movie.
CEO, I guess, of Energen.
Yeah, right. The brother,
Yes.
the younger brother,
The younger brother.
the whimpering little,
And he
fella.
was dreadful, and he was not in the same movie
Yeah.
as The Rock.
Same as,
I don't think they actually had a scene together, did they?
yeah,
no,
at the very end.
Did they?
Don't ask me any questions about what actually happened in this movie because
But that's what I mean by not only was he kind of felt like he was in a different movie, it felt like he was literally in a different movie.
Yeah, right.
He wasn't even shot.
Like they
in the
wrote
same-
his character
I
in
don't
later
think they
on.
met. And they're like,
like, what's the Rock like?
Yeah. What am I doing tonally here? Just do like a bit.
Yeah.
Like you're a villain, but the movie's about giant animals, so
It's going
don't
to be
go
a bit
too
campy.
serious. Yeah.
Oh, what about the opening scene? That was very dramatic.
Yeah.
I said campy. I'm Brad Payton, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was not cool.
Picture this movie, the opening scene,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Loved it, by the way.
Yeah, that was
Great
actually
opening
really good.
scene, like
yeah.
the crack in the glass.
Yeah.
Lands.
yeah.
Joe Manganiello
Yeah.
goes into the forest to
Yeah.
kill the wolf.
Yeah.
The wolf is like the size of a grizzly bear. It's not huge.
Yeah.
The mercenary team, there's 37 of them, and one by one they're being hunted. There's no Rock. There's just Joe Manganiello.
Wait, what are you
who
pitching me here?
dies, and his brother, Batista, seeks revenge against the wolves, and he goes and hunt them.
This tagline shit's gone to his head and he's fucking out of
Yeah,
control.
what are you
You're
doing?
whole scripts now.
That's the movie I want.
That's the elevator
That's
pitch.
my
Okay.
Rampage.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. I've got a wicked idea for a movie from this as well.
Yeah.
Should we do it now?
Go.
go for
Okay.
it.
Yeah, it seems. Yep.
So there's a bit in the movie where after the plane crashes and they're kind of on the ground, and it's about the only part of the movie where they try to put a little bit of heart or emotion in there when The Rock's talking to
5
Naomi.
seconds.
What was her name? Sorry, Naomi
Harris.
something. Yeah, Naomi Harris. And he tells the story about when the poachers, and he hunts the poachers down.
Yep.
And he has to kill them. And they kind of flash to a couple of scenes where the gorilla's hiding under the truck or whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to see that fucking movie where The Rock is hunting poachers
Oh,
around
yeah.
the world, and he's got like a team, and they're like mercenaries, and they hunt poachers, man.
Yeah.
That's the fucking
Jeez,
movie.
I hope Hollywood is listening to this
Yeah,
episode.
that's the movie, isn't it?
Yeah, guys, this is
Call
it.
it Rampage. Fuck
Yeah.
it. I don't care.
Or
No, yeah.
He can be John Rampage.
We're the next entourage at this rate. Look at us. Hollywood, here we come.
The poachers kill the Rock. They get the gorilla. They put the gorilla in WWE, and its first match is against John Cena.
I'm listening.
Wait. Is it Raw?
No, it's SmackDown.
I don't know what that means.
It's the other league. It's the other league.
It's the other
it's
league.
two leagues.
Okay,
Yeah.
division?
Leagues.
Okay.
Leagues.
Okay.
I just wanted to get Oh, you got more? You're pointing
I just want to say, like,
pointing your
because
pencil.
from the very, very top, the one thing it did that I did enjoy at the very, very top, it gave I love the vaguely plausible scientific explanation for what's going to go down. It's good. Like, I was like, I buy it. I'll fucking buy that.
That was enough.
That
and then-
green mist has got to cause those animals trauma.
Yeah. I was like, this is, and then when we cut to the lady in the space capsule, like floating through the severed limbs of her colleagues and shit.
Yeah.
And the massive rat, I was like, this is not the movie that I was expecting it to
Nah,
be.
it was full on.
It's
That
really
stuff.
dark.
It was
It's
like
really
a horror.
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
misdirected, oh my God, she made it. And then as Duff to the cracking glass.
Yeah.
That was really good.
I'd
I
never
was-
seen this before.
Did you-
Yeah, me
So
too.
I was like, oh, fuck. I thought
Yeah.
this was going
Did
to
you
be
also
children
notice-
shit.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was going to be, yeah. Sorry.
There's no intro credits. It's just the movie starts.
I
Yeah,
did
straight.
actually notice
There's
that.
It does the
No.
text on the screen, that a bit of
And then
exposition.
the movie
and
starts.
text,
There's no starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh, shit, I didn't
Oh,
notice that.
how
And
humble of him.
Rampage never shows up until the end of the movie where there's like credits and it goes, oh, Rampage.
Right.
Yeah, so I thought that was cool. I love movies that do that. Just get me right into it.
Yeah, I didn't normally notice that, and I did not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to get Ken's thoughts on the CGI. Obviously, the baby gorilla was fucking horrendous, but everything else?
Everything else was,
More the wolf and the croc.
I'd say pretty much perfect.
Yeah,
I
'cause
thought the fucking gorilla I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the wolf bit I liked the best was the first introduction to the wolf when he's like hurtling through the forest.
Yeah, it's
and I thought, fuck, that looks really great. I actually thought the whole movie looked excellent.
Yeah,
and that's what you get for 100 and whatever it was.
120 million,
Yeah, no faults.
There was actually
No fault found.
Each animal had its own star shot where it was like the wickedest visual, and it was like the gorilla jumping the zoo wall. That was pretty cool. The wolf taking the chopper out of the air.
Oh, so
was
good.
its kind of
and like
big
throwing
moment.
it into
Yeah.
the cliff or whatever. Yeah.
That was pretty incredible. And then when the croc emerges from the water the first time, like they were all
grabs that
unreal.
jet.
Yep.
Do you know where the CGI struggled that I noticed?
Yeah.
Fire.
Oh,
They didn't
really?
have much of a fire budget, especially in space. Like everything looked fucking great, and then the fire looked
Fire
like an
looked weird.
afterthought. And they like got the work experience kid to go
Do
wax
you
some-
reckon
Whack some fire in there.
everyone panics in
He uses paint. He uses
like
MS
space time? Because there's no fire in space. There's no oxygen for it to...
Inside the spaceship, though.
Inside
there
it
would-
can,
Yeah.
but outside, there's no explosion.
Oh
It's no
shit! What happens?
oxygen. It's just...
I didn't know you're a scientist.
Yeah, I am.
Fuck it hell.
So there's no oxygen to make the fire. So I reckon everyone panics a little bit and goes, "Oh, do it,
Do it
little."
weird.
Then to actually go make it massive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tune into our minisode when Duff explains the Hadron Particle Collider.
It's fancy because it's got hadrons in it.
They collide. They bang into each other.
Did anyone know? Sorry, you go.
I wanted, because my favorite water-based creature and land-based creature, amphibian, is a crocodile. So I wanted to see more crocodile as well.
Can we
Like-
confirm crocodile and not alligator? I'm saying it's alligator.
It's an alligator because it was in Florida.
Okay, yes.
But I like crocodiles more than alligators, so I'm
Yeah.
going to say
I'm fine with
crocodile.
that.
Alligator's docile by comparison.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get
That's
some
the
animal
problem, yeah.
confirmation.
Yeah, it's an alligator.
Yeah.
With gecko,
Species confirmation.
with a club tail and gecko feet. Did you notice that?
yeah,
Gecko feet?
very good
That
gecko
freaked
feet.
me out.
That's how it could scale the side of the building.
Yeah,
Gecko
they had to
feet,
explain that later
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Did they explain that later?
But no, by that, well, at first I was like,
just
what
said
the
it-
fuck
when it
is
came
that
out of the
crocodile
water, I
climbing
was
that
like-
building for?
That's gecko feet.
And it could do whatever it wanted after that. Yeah, it's just like, here we go. Yeah, that was... Yeah.
Sorry, favorite animal out of the three? Oh, and the Rock, if you want to include him.
Favorite specimen? The gorilla.
The gorilla? Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
hands down, yeah. Well, obviously, the movie was centered around our relationship with the gorilla as well.
Yeah. I think I liked the wolf as a beast, but I didn't like it when the wolf started flying.
Yeah, that's when
I was like, oh, we don't need the fly.
fucking jump the shark.
The tail thing where he flicked the whatever they are out of his tail, I was like, okay, yeah, sure, you're losing me, but
Porcupine spine.
yeah. But then the flying, I was like, yeah, it's too much.
It's honestly a movie.
Unnecessary.
Just written at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Just
And it freaks me out. The gorilla, it's upgraded. It gets big. Where's
Yeah.
its turtle shell or fucking something like that?
Shit, I didn't even think of that.
Where's my wings?
All
where's
the other
its
animals
beak?
get cool shit.
Imagine a gorilla with a beak and a turtle shell.
Fuck,
They
I
need
did not even think
Wolverine
of that.
claws or some shit.
Did they miss a massive trick in this movie by not making the Rock inhale some of the radioactive and just making a giant the Rock?
So it becomes like Super Shredder.
No, so he becomes a giant, fucking like the size of the other animals.
Yeah, like Hulk out.
The whole movie, I just assumed that's what was happening.
We are on fire with
No,
the
I was like, this is. I'm like, I cannot wait until the Rock is the size of these. I just assumed. Like, what else the fuck? The
Just
Rock
a little bit
for?
though. Like just inhales one of Rampage's farts.
Yeah, so he doesn't get any weird shit.
Just a little bit
gets massive. Yeah.
Imagine cracking one-liners at 180 feet. Jesus.
I'm shocked they didn't make the Rock huge.
I'm not shocked.
Oh, they didn't show a lot of restraint elsewhere.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly,
Someone
someone was like, "Yo, let's give the wolf wings," and someone else was like, "Fuck yes, let's make it
flick its tail. and shoot
Somebody in that room needed to say no at some point.
Well, let's give that bloody alligator a frill neck. What for?
Just looks dope.
Because I asked.
good.
So the Rock's one-liners were very good.
Were they?
I love.
When were they?
You see the size of this arm? Don't fight it.
That one
Don't
I liked.
fight it.
That one I liked. That's a big arm. Yeah, that
was good.
Of course you can fucking fly.
Okay.
That's my Rock voice. Wow.
Was there? I didn't know. I didn't really notice it other than the one you just reminded me
I
of.
think his
when he's
charisma
choking
is
the
so
guy.
powerful you don't notice him talking ever.
He is magnetic.
Yeah, he is, man.
Yeah.
He really is.
Oh yeah.
He's incredibly charismatic.
So charismatic.
I wanted more one-liners. I only noticed one, and it was like, I need a drink. And I was like, oh. Who's writing the dialogue here?
That was you.
Give me something better? Yeah. Oh, that was me. That was my own head.
I need a drink. I'm going to get a drink.
You're not the boss of me. It is definitely 100%. Like, I'm assuming they wrote this for The Rock. Although, if there's a video game, is a human in this video game?
No, so the video game's
Is it
not
canon?
No, the video game's nothing. Like, there's no story whatsoever.
Okay.
It's literally 3 giant animals
Okay.
that rip cities apart. And it's a fucking old school game.
Yeah.
So there's just like, it's 2D buildings.
Yeah.
And you just mash a button and you break down the buildings and people fall out and you eat them.
Right.
Like that's
This
the
is my
premise.
childhood.
So the
And
actual
this is why I am the way I am. It explains on so many levels.
the story of this is nothing to do. As a matter of fact, I think in the game it's humans turn into the animals.
What?
Right.
Yeah, I think.
Right.
That's crazy.
Like
Pretty
a
sure.
were-gorilla. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Which one would you
I
want to
don't
turn
remember.
into?
We had a Nintendo 64. It was on that.
Oh,
I remember having the
fucking
game or whatever.
Rub it in my face, why don't you?
We did pretty well for ourselves.
Flexing
as
on
kids.
me.
We were comfortable.
I've said it before, my computer was a Sharp.
Me and my brothers had
That's
separate.
sharp.
We had separate bedrooms when we were kids, so that's pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah, we're pretty well off.
Okay,
I could
wow.
have.
Just
Could have had separate rooms, but I wanted to share my bed.
Oh shit. The other thing that I thought was poignant while watching this film is, for those that don't know, in Perth, Western Australia, where we live, in the last week, there's been a radioactive little thing that fell off the back of a mining truck
6
from up
mil
north.
by 8 mil capsule.
6 mil, capsule that apparently is, if you get close to it, it's like having 100 X-rays a minute or some shit, like some wild amount of radioactivity coming off it.
Not a fun amount of radiation.
And it's been in the news. It's been in the news feed all day, every day for like the past 4 or 5 days, I think.
Oh yeah,
probably Saturday. I
Since
think
it fell off a truck.
I need to start watching the news.
You not seen this either?
You know about this?
So I'm watching Rampage, which is about these radioactive canisters that fall off a spaceship and animals
That'd
go
never
close.
happen.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, fuck, where is this thing? What if I get close to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what happens to you, Ken. You
I
turn
get
into
an
mush. Just a puddle of Ken.
What are the odds? It's the script. It's the script of the movie is happening in our town, in our city.
In our town. Our small
Anyway,
town.
they found the canister today.
Did they
Yeah, I
though?
heard
Did
about
they
that
though? I
too.
called it yesterday. I was like, if they haven't found it within 48 hours, they're just going to
They're
say
going to
they
say they
have.
found it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll know because there's going to be whatever lives up the Pilbara way, which is probably some
900
giant
fucking
brown
gigantic
snake.
fucking kangaroos with clubs for tails.
that'll
This
be
is the
good.
frog apocalypse that
It'll
I've been
be-
fucking warning everybody about. Here we go.
Kangaroos,
A cane
snakes,
toad's
and
gonna eat it.
Fucking camels.
And fucking feral cats.
Yeah, they live up there as well.
I
Feral
believe
cats.
so.
Everywhere.
They're feral to do what they want.
Rabbits. Lots of rabbits.
Rabbits.
So anyway, I just thought that was fun.
Yeah.
Because it's a pretty crazy little story that's been happening and unfolding in front of us while I'm watching Rampage.
Some of us noticed.
Yeah. Fuck, where have you been? It's just been everywhere. I can't talk to someone or turn on my phone
I'll
without...
stop sending you memes about it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's probably not making a lot of sense at this point.
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just
Ignorance
So-
is bliss, my man.
yeah.
So notes-wise for this movie, I made bits I liked. We've made our way through that section already.
Shit. I've got more bits I like.
Yeah. But I also did bits that made me chortle. So I guess if I chortled a
Yeah,
little,
you
then I
liked-
like that as well.
Yeah, go on.
I've got to say, about 2/3 of the way through the movie, or however it was halfway through the movie, they then reveal that Rock is also this massive military badass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
He's a poacher, hunter.
Yeah. And we were talking, I believe, on the Jack Reacher episode a couple of weeks ago about one of your favourite things, Kenny, is when they start to read the resume.
Yeah.
The only thing that trumps that and is better than that, when they can't talk about his resume because they can't mention what he's...
It's fucking Black
They're
Ops.
like, yeah.
Black Ops.
Yeah, no, we can't talk about where he's been and what he's done, but whoa.
Yeah.
That's better.
I loved that.
I want to do that on my resume if I ever apply for a job.
Experience?
Can't
I
talk
can't
about
it.
it.
Can't tell you about
I have
it.
to wait for those government sealed documents.
You were unemployed, weren't you?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a little bit.
9 years to the day.
Got to be good at something.
That was another one that was like a bit weird tonally.
Yeah.
Like where he's just all of a sudden they're flashing to him just murdering fucking poachers. I was like, oh, it just fit with the tone of the film. Because the last scene, there was a guy hamming it up that was like a 25-year-old CEO of a company making fucking chemical warfare. And now this scene, it's getting all dark and I used to kill them. They hunted those gorillas and I killed them. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
What's the taste of human blood?
We're taking a different lane for this scene.
You know where I found George? He was hiding underneath the poacher's truck. When my team arrived, these bastards were in the middle of butchering his mother. They were cutting off her hands so they could sell them as ashtrays. George never would have survived on his own. An albino like that on the black market is worth a fortune. So I took him with me.
And what happened to the poachers?
Well, they shot at us, and they missed. I shot back. I didn't.
It goes to the bad guys. They're like, we're going to take the canisters. What the fuck are they doing?
That's what I mean. It was a bit all over the shop.
It really was. That's why
It didn't bother me all
MWS.
that much because
Nah,
it
didn't
was
bother me
just
too much.
light fun or whatever. Yeah.
It's just a big... Can I get anyone's thoughts on Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
He was playing the same character he played in The Walking Dead. He was Negan in a suit.
Davis Okoye, primate specialist. Blah, blah, blah. Oh. Army Special Forces. Well, what are you, some kind of international man of mystery? I see a lot of redacted. Redacted. Oh, here we go. Transferred to the United Nations Special Anti-Poaching Task Force. Why, have you know that I myself am also an animal lover.
Let's cut the bullshit, Russell. I told you, having George on this airplane is suicidal.
He's on a very powerful sedative drip. He will not wake up until we wake him up.
Yeah. You ever seen The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
And instead, he had an iPad instead of a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire.
Yeah. That's his bit, though, now.
just thought
He's
it
been
was
like that for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. They were lucky there wasn't a small Asian man around. He would have mashed his face with that iPad.
I cried. And it was the last time I watched that show.
That's the last time I watched it as well.
Yeah, went off the rails after that.
No doubt. So did I. Just
Great up until then.
emotionally, physically.
The Negan monologues, I continued on for maybe a season or two after that, and the Negan monologues just
Got
became
longer
the show.
and longer.
So it'd be
and
a
longer.
45-minute episode, and 28 minutes of that is just Negan doing a monologue. And as soon as he comes into this movie, and I was like, and he started doing the voice that he did, I was like, oh fuck, we got a monologue here. And sure enough, we got a monologue. Just like, yeah.
Well, how much of this do
I'm
you
a
think
good
on that point?
God-fearing man. Oh, it's Negan.
Here he comes.
Hi, Negan.
He's doing his
He's doing
thing.
his thing. But love Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah,
so
so
put him
do
in
I.
more shit.
Yeah. For the most part, the cast, it was like all that guys. Like all of them, you were like,
Joe
It's that-
Magniello. Yeah.
yeah. And other than the brother, who, as you say, he was, I don't know what was going on there. He was Jim Carreying it a bit for some reason.
Trying to, but missing for me.
Tell you,
They were all pretty serviceable, I thought, other than that.
tell you who I liked, The Rock's friend, the little comedian fella with the glasses.
Yeah.
Why did they not keep him around?
Yeah.
Make him
Oh,
do
he
the
was
comedy?
funny. I've seen him in stuff
Where did
before,
they
yeah.
all go? Because they kind of just switched out the other cast members for
Got rid of
the Doctor.
Oh, they did, yeah.
And they were just gone. There was not a lot of like narrative around that whatsoever. In fact,
Yeah.
later on, I was like, "Are they coming back? Where'd they go?" What,
Because they seem to build like a little relationship with the Rock and
Yeah,
the
they-
nerd at the start,
Yeah.
and he say hi to the dogs and stuff. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, these guys are close. Like
Yep.
he's going to be. And this, it's funny because the movie had no heart at all.
No, didn't make you feel anything.
Nah, it didn't.
Yeah. We need a scale now, the feelometer.
The feelometer, yeah.
That doesn't sound right. We'll workshop the name.
But yeah, sorry, you were saying about the...
Yeah, I'm just saying, the movie needed to choose a lane for me.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
It'd go goofy, scientific, goofy, action-packed, goofy.
Yeah.
But the main thing is here is it's pretty fucking goofy.
Yeah,
it was pretty... Well, the whole premise is fucking ridiculous. In fact, I kept trying to think of another superlative for this movie other than ridiculous. Like, every time I tried to think of something. And I mean that as... Yeah, Luda! I mean that as... both a negative and a positive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely both.
You get rid of the main bad guys, if you will. The movie's better. The movie's a lot better. Make it a big bad. Make it fucking...
I don't think her performance was bad. I think
it was
her
horrible.
Character...
She bothered me.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was bad.
Every time
I didn't like her character.
Together,
she just seemed too evil, like too blatantly bold-faced evil. There was no nuance. There was no layer to it. It was just like she's going to do the evil thing every fucking time.
Yeah.
I was just,
You knew they were evil. Like, you didn't... When the chick at the start tries to get out of the space station...
she's not with that much shit.
You're not coming home till we have our samples. Like, Jesus Christ.
And then she blew up anyway, so you would have got your samples regardless if you knew they were going to land safely and, well, quote-unquote, safely. That's a relative term, I guess. Yeah. She was still pretty stoked that she could get her hands on it, so...
Yeah, I think they should have just changed... They could have done it a bit like The Meg, where it's like it kind of takes itself seriously, but it still has that extravagant... Like, it's
yeah, I
you know
agree.
What I mean?
Yeah, and parts of it were.
Yeah,
but as you say, it's just a bit like fucking. It's this, it's that, it's this.
It'd be like 15 minutes of fucking awesome animal
Pick
adventures.
A lane.
And then they show these
awesome animal adventures.
Fucking evil.
Is that what that was? The destruction, the wanton destruction of the supercharged animals.
Evil bloody twins. Or
so here's another theory that I'm just going to... This is straight off the top of my head. I'm going to throw it out there as well. So in terms of having some sort of comic relief in a movie, and even if this took a more serious tone, it would still need some light throughout it.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon it would be probably a better thing in terms of picking a lane and being consistent to have one or two characters that provide comic relief consistently throughout the whole movie?
That's what I'm saying. Bring his little friend in.
Yeah. But they try to shoehorn in scenes instead. So it's like, oh, no, there's a wacky scene and there's a scene. And that's why you're a little bit thrown by it.
100%.
Yeah.
And I actually think that's what the young CEO of Energen was meant to be.
Yeah,
I think he was meant to be the
okay.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. He was meant to be funny.
That makes more sense now if I look at it like that.
Yeah, and I wonder if he is funny if you're 12 years old.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I have the mind
Which
of
this
it.
movie's kind of...
You got to make it through the like floating hands and the fucking big beasts and shit.
What gets me?
Why we?
I don't blame.
But he needed a funny. The Rock needed a comical sidekick, and the guy at the start when they're first going into San Diego Zoo,
Jack Burgess
from
Jack Quaid from Dennis Quaid's son.
Yeah, what's the show? He's in The Boys.
The Boys.
The Boys.
Yeah.
So he was kind of doing it, but he wasn't landing it. But he was trying. He's good. Don't get me wrong.
All sidekicks have to be fucking cowards, and he was a perfect coward.
So take him and just get a better writer in that can write funnier dialogue or whatever for him, and then just carry him through the movie next to The Rock. And we're on, man.
Yeah.
How do we get him in? Oh, he's got the car. The Rock's car got destroyed by the gorilla. All of a sudden, you've got an extra player there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the difference between this movie and like a Roland Emmerich, blockbuster like Independence Day or whatever, was that this had no humor and no heart.
Yeah.
It had all the visuals, it had all the setup, and it's fun and it's fucking exciting and all this shit, but there's no humor and no heart.
Yeah.
I think that was, in my opinion, obviously some people would laugh at
I
the shit.
100%
I think they base it all on The Rock. Hopefully
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
It through,
and it fucking does to it.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, you can
but they were sitting around, they were pitching the script, and they were saying it needs some heart and it needs some humor, and that someone kept saying, "Don't worry, we've got The Rock."
Yeah.
And they're saying, "Oh, maybe we should." And don't worry, we've got the fucking Rock.
The Rock.
And
doesn't matter.
Yeah, he dragged this thing in his way.
I reckon this studio's sitting there going like, we should have added a funny guy. They're sitting there counting their $428 million.
Yeah, they're counting their $428 million. Yeah. And they're also going, "Fuck, that Jake Lacey nailed it as the CEO, didn't he? Look how much money the movie's made. There must have been cacklings."
Jake Lacey, for me, is actually a really good actor. He was in The Office. He was like Jim's replacement type deal.
Yeah,
and he was also in White Lotus.
Yeah,
I haven't watched that yet.
It's supposed to be amazing. I watched one episode and went, "This is boring."
I watched
really
a horror, like an indie horror film, about 3 or 4 months ago that someone recommended to me.
Yeah,
and it was called Significant Other on Amazon. and he's the main guy in it. It's really just a couple. It's just him and a partner in the woods together.
Right.
And he's fucking excellent in it.
Yeah, he's a really good actor.
He was so
Blew my
good. It was
mind.
hilarious, but it was still a horror, and it was
So this is a directorial decision then.
That's
for him
why
to
I
be
don't
like
blame
this.
the
Yeah,
actor.
it's not
I
him.
blame the director.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It's
because
not
even
him.
if the actor was hamming it up like this, it's
Yeah.
on the director to say, "Yo, like you need to take 40%, 45 to 80%."
He reminds me of Jason Sudeikis. He's got that same sort of
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that same kind of like I'm
Except he's a
cheesy.
genius.
I'm cheesy, but I'm like cheesy in a funny way kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
I feel
Anyway.
Marlon Ackerman, she's not good at all.
So she's
which
the
one's she?
sis-
Sorry.
She's the evil one.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I just don't think she had any presence on screen. She was evil. She was saying evil things.
Yeah.
But was she truly evil?
So this is where I thought that they were
Give
just meant
me
to
a
be a counterpoint to
Julianne
each
Moore
other.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if she's doing this after
multiple-time Oscar
reading
winner.
the script.
Yeah. It's a fair call, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
did
just
Jurassic
recast
Park.
it with Oscar winners right now.
Uh,
Daniel Day Lewis is
as the gorilla.
Jared Herf.
What's the Andy Serkis as all the animals? Yeah.
Jared Leto as whatever he wants.
Yeah.
the Club of the.
The club of the. Another character I had a huge problem with their performance or lack thereof was the the black military chief that was in the control center. Fuck, he was awful.
He was
wasn't
not good at his job.
Oh man, he wasn't good at his job. He wasn't good at acting.
No.
Like it was bad. And once again, it might not be his fault. I've seen him in shit before and thought he was okay, but I thought he was dying out there.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot to work with.
Nah.
And that's why I was wondering how much, we were saying before, how much room they had to improvise or ad-lib. I've got to say, the first time I started thinking that was when I saw the fist bump.
Between the gorilla.
And I went, I fucking reckon The Rock was like, yo, I should fist bump the gorilla and then we should make it like a running like motif of the whole thing. Like, it'll at the end, it'll really pay off.
And they're like, well, if The Rock says it.
And he's like, the fist bumping anything is great.
I think he made up the sign language as well, because one of the sign language was literally his hand flat and rock, as in rock, paper, scissors. And that was a literal thing to say he's The Rock.
Oh,
That
to
was a
say
little
it's me,
fucking
it's me.
Easter egg.
Yeah.
It's me.
Okay.
I'm The Rock.
I'm The
Right,
Rock.
I didn't
Yeah.
know you knew ASL.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
Blue
Yeah.
learning a lot.
line,
Yeah, it's
line.
fantastic.
I loved the gorilla every time it laughed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I loved the gorilla playing dead at the end as well.
I did.
Yeah, that was good.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
Nah. I was like,
it's a bit of heart.
no.
It
teases it.
tried the
That's
heart.
where I
And
give
then,
him a bit of
then it
time.
did the
Just-
comedy thing of like you were crying. No, I wasn't. There's a lot of Debris out here.
Just lost me at that point. I was just like,
6 minutes.
Just much.
The movie had 6 minutes.
I actually
including
wanted George
credits.
dead by that stage. I was like, fucking whatever, let's move on. Like, I was like, at least the monstrous gorilla is dead. What are they doing with him now?
They're putting that gorilla down. It's killed a lot of people. Oh, it's friendly now. I don't give a fuck how friendly it is.
Did you
I'm
see
putting
the
that
fist
gorilla
bump? We're
down.
cool.
It's committed its crimes.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
bring the gorilla to justice, please.
You didn't
But
fucking
he's got a
hug,
good sense of humor.
you didn't hug the crocodile, did you, Rock? You fuck.
That was one of my questions. That was dead set one of my questions is, does George's one good deed of fighting the croc at the end, which is kind of obliged to do because I'm sorry, man, if you're the fucking massive gorilla,
You're going to get eaten by that croc anyway.
But you're also front of the queue kind of thing. Like, I'm sorry, it's shit luck, but you are the fucking massive monstrous gorilla, so we kind of relying on you. So it was kind of duty bound to do it.
Duty bound.
So I'm not giving him
I
total
promise to
credit.
serve and protect.
But also, he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time and he was massive, so it was on. But does that absolve him of all the shit he did when he
Of
was
his crimes.
raging?
Interesting.
No.
There's another movie there.
Yeah, like
Rampage 2.
Guilty
Like
George
a fucking
is
trial. He goes on trial.
Yeah. And they have to build a giant courthouse.
Yeah, and Richard Gere's a lawyer.
I don't dislike it. And then at the end of the movie, turns out George actually has split personality disorder. And he goes, I got you.
He kind of did. He kind of did. Oh.
Oh, Billy, there is no George.
I-
The gorilla talks now.
Yeah.
I am
So it's called-
atting Steven
Yeah.
Spielberg or some shit with this.
It's called
episode.
Primal Rampage.
Primal Rampage.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's good, isn't it?
I want to see the suit they put George in for court.
Then I want to watch the sequel while George is on
They'll
death
borrow
row.
Ben Affleck's from Mallrats.
There's something funny about giant people in suits as well. You know when you see like a or The
Like-
Rock, for example, wearing a suit? It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, Ben Affleck?
Or Ben Affleck.
Fucking idiot.
I also, we're talking The Rock. He runs funny. Did you guys notice?
Didn't notice.
When I noticed,
He
in particular-
runs funny?
He runs funny.
How dare you, sir?
He does, especially in one scene, and I don't know if this was like a creative choice as well as trying to throw some humor in. He was trying to like tread lightly while he was running, and he was literally like sort of doing the. And I was like, "What the fuck is the Rock doing?"
I can't even remember him running.
Yeah, he's about to bowl it.
It was like it was the middle of the night, and he needed to get up for a piss, and he was like, "Oh, but not wake up the kids." Yeah, it was very, very awkward to watch. I've never noticed that, but I think he's very top heavy.
He looks like
he's not super aerodynamic.
He does the leg work.
He's very wedge shaped. Oh yeah, but
I haven't seen a lot of photos of his legs.
Legs for days.
I'd be keen to. Like a good calf.
Oh, red-blooded Kenny. Do you want to get into the cast and directors, or you got some more thoughts, Ken?
Nah, one more. The only other thought I had was, all right, you guys got to choose either the first half of the movie or the second half of the movie. So let's split it right down. Basically, when the animals get to the city is the second half, and the first half is all the build up to that. What do you prefer?
Second half.
Okay.
First half, I think.
Yeah, I'm a first half guy. I find the back half, which is basically just ruining the city. It kind of, I don't know, like after 20 minutes of destroying a city, it's like, fuck, don't get me wrong, this looks sick, but I'm getting a little bored here.
Yeah, I agree. Actually,
whereas the first half had a bit of character stuff, and but there was still heaps of cool action scenes within it.
Like the plane.
You've won me over.
The plane as well. That could, that's the first half.
Yeah. Plane's first half. Yeah, and obviously George escaping for the first time, and the
meeting
up
the other creatures and stuff.
The wolf scene with the Marines or the mercenaries.
That was that was great. Actually,
so I thought all that shit was really cool, and then it's just literally 45, 50 minutes of this giant city being destroyed, Chicago
Crocodile
being
going
destroyed.
through a building like this.
Yeah.
And then them miraculously surviving.
And then had a mark on it. Yeah.
Oh
One
my
of the
God,
things I laughed.
couldn't believe.
With the what, sorry?
The helicopter. If we just keep it hovering, and while we'll fall, we'll make sure we don't fall so fast that we hit the building.
It was good. You know how to land
I was like, so I do have a few more thoughts. That was going to be one of them. By the time they were riding the fucking collapsing building in the helicopter, I'd given up.
Like a wave. They were surfing it like a wave.
I was just like any suspension of disbelief. Like I was just like, I'm going to ride this building down as well, I guess. Like I'm here for it now. A couple of other random thoughts, if I may.
Please.
The airstrike was the right call.
Yeah.
They should have nuked it.
But it's only 50% of the people have evacuated. It's
just I know.
The downtown area where they have.
I know, the slow ones.
Whoa.
No.
Ben's cutting the fat.
I'm saying strategically. Yeah.
Okay, Thanos.
Welcome to our eugenics podcast. No, so strategically,
You're nuking 50% of the people.
No, it is the right call to nuke them.
What
just
if Michael
in case.
Jordan was doing a little thing and
with school children?
With school children. Under the age of 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clinic.
Look, it would be sad. I'm not saying it wouldn't be sad, but it's strategically.
Doesn't
it's the right
Obama
call.
live in Chicago? You want to fucking kill Obama? You son of a bitch.
I reckon he would have evacuated.
Why do you have Michael Jordan
Michael Jordan's the greatest athlete of all time. He would have been out of there so
Derek
far.
Rose is probably visiting his mom. Let's kill him too.
Yeah, if that's what it takes to wipe out the massive creatures. It's the right call.
I disagree.
No. But you can't trust Rock to make the right call because he was going to keep the monsterized gorilla under his hat.
He's
too.
a hero.
Yeah.
He's a goddamn
It's a
hero.
good gorilla.
He was like, I know. Some dude's like, he's twice the size he was yesterday. And the Rock's like, shh.
He wasn't that big yesterday. Yes, he was. He was that big.
Well, have you not noticed? No, he's been working out. Yeah, he's on keto. That was a bit odd, I thought.
Okay. Yeah. Do you nuke him, Ken?
Nah.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't.
Yeah, I nuke him.
I don't nuke. I take the chance.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, the monsters might wipe out half the city and only half the people that are left. Yeah. And then you've just killed an extra 25% of the people.
No, and they
and wiped out the city anyway.
And they cut.
Seems silly.
You're letting off a nuclear bomb on home soil.
You got to make the tough decisions when you're running the show.
I think you get a bunch of hand grenades and you throw it into the gills of a giant crocodile. I think that's what you do.
Yeah. Actually, I suppose if someone phones up and says it's cool, the Rock's down here, you go, righto.
Yeah.
Call off the airstrike.
Yeah, we got the Rock. I think you inject the Rock with the radioactive serum. That's what
just
you do.
a little whiff.
Yeah.
Just,
And
yes.
you just get him to...
What's that noise in the background? It's John Cena.
on the serum.
Just attack.
Fucking jacked.
The Rock.
100 feet tall.
Dude, you can't see me. I fucking can see you, John. Huge.
Write that down as well. We'll do a movie of that too.
Eventually you leave these animals to destroy the city, go for it, go nuts. The croc eats the wolf.
Yeah.
The croc eats the gorilla.
Finally answers those questions for
And
us
then you
as
kill
well.
the croc
Yeah. Yep.
with faster jets.
Yeah.
So the croc
Not
wins.
the
you think?
slow-moving jets.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, so you were going crocs, taking out the other two?
Croc's taking out
Croc
the other
wins,
two.
does he?
It's already... It takes out the wolf in the
If
movie.
it could fly, it'd
Yeah.
be a walkover. But
I think the croc's going to get the gorilla at the in the long run. There.
Oh, yeah, long run.
yeah, they're pretty hard to kill. I think.
Well, they've existed for hundreds of millions of years.
All right,
Tells the story.
They haven't evolved whatsoever for
Haven't
a
needed to.
long time.
Haven't needed
I
to.
saw one last week. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I went to the zoo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
They got that one giant one there, don't they?
Yeah, it was
4 or 5
really
meters
big.
Salty. Yeah.
Super lazy. I was throwing things at it. Wasn't fucking moving at all. I was like, I paid good money.
Do shit.
Dance, crocodile. I wanted it to do like climb up the side of a building. I was fucking super disappointed.
Then you
Yeah,
said
you
it's
needed to
regular,
find the little capsule that's lying around in the pilper and toss it over.
Just seen his regular feet and went,
I was just going to give it to a meerkat instead just to see what happens.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of animals, which would be great with that green stuff, this green misty thing lands in a fucking ant's nest, like a bull ant's nest. And as it's going through the trees, fucking goes into a wasp's nest. Armageddon,
Giant
that's it.
insects.
Giant
Well, it's
wasps.
Didn't
Yeah,
they just
we-
do that in Dominion, Jurassic World Dominion? Didn't they have
Yeah,
giant
they did the
insects?
giant. We had
Yeah,
not that
the
giant,
wasp
though,
place.
That was stupid locusts.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, little like,
Don't talk about it again.
they ate our crops. That's what they did.
So you can make it
Wasps will fuck you up.
Yeah.
you could turn it into the alien, right? All of the worker ants are the little exomorphs, and the fucking queen ants like the big bitch at the end. Fuck yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm all about the ants.
I like it. I like it.
This is no bad ideas in the spitballing.
Yeah, and
I'll
then
watch
Ant-Man comes in and I marveled.
I don't know. This podcast is about Rampage is going to turn into us rewriting
Every movie
or
ever.
not even rewriting, but writing 8 new
Changing the
movies.
direction of cinema as we know it.
Well, if this fucking does 428 mil, I'm sure there's something that we just said is going to do that.
It's
It's
just,
on there, I've got
But
no notes.
we need The Rock, and that is going to be tough.
yeah, no, I'll hit him up.
Yeah.
I'll hit him up.
Although he read the script to this and said yes, so
I'm sure he's blocked Duff on Twitter already. So
What's that noise in the background? Dun, 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 dun.
you can't have The Rock, but you can have Cena. Oh.
Yeah. That
No,
worked
that's
out
not- that's not
so
fair to
well.
Cena.
I love Cena.
I love
I've got 2 more dumb ideas from this movie. That,
Okay.
Right. The big plan to get the antidote into Rampage, who was all of a sudden had a taste for human meat because he was just chomping.
Just
people.
eating motherfuckers.
Yeah, it was to put it in her purse
But it's a good gorilla, though. It's good. It's good.
and know that he's going to eat her. That's risky because the last one person he got hold of was a chopper pilot who just tossed.
Yeah, he was
That
tossing.
was great.
He just fucking pegged him.
He was tossing as much as he was eating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you got like what percentage? Like that's
Yeah,
risky.
very
Like at least
risky.
cover in peanut butter or something.
Yeah.
Put a banana in there as
What
well.
a gorilla's like, I don't know.
You know what I really like? Like, say if they threw a chopper against a building, you could actually hear the chopper saying, we're hit, and they're like static. And they did that with a tank as well. And you're like, I didn't even know what had happened. And I rewound. I went, oh, he's actually thrown a tank, and this guy in the tank talking.
That was-
Oh, that's cool.
Fucking-
I didn't really pick that
And
up.
it just like, they stopped talking. I love
Honestly,
that
this
shit.
movie was written by 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's-
No, I think
But
you're
it'd be
actually
so
right.
much fun.
Yeah.
Just like, what about if you threw a fucking tank?
Had a great time.
Yes!
Yeah.
Best movie ever. And the other dumb idea, if you're going to have like a covert scientific operation that causes monsterism
Yeah.
in animals, Rampage is a fucking stupid name for the program.
Is that what the program was called?
Yeah.
Oh, I
it
didn't
called
even pick that up.
That's why it was called Rampage.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it was
thought
like
Oh, I didn't pick
Project
that up.
yeah,
Rampage or whatever. That was what the evil name for it was. I
Oh,
like,
was it? I just-
I would call it like Project Sweet Smelling Flowers or something. Like,
Project Greenleaf.
Yeah. Something that's like less SEO relevant, so it's not going to pop up. Like when the FBI, who I assume just sit around like Googling shit, and they're like just Googling to see if anyone's coming up with a monster serum. Oh, look, Rampage, we should look into this one, don't you reckon? Like, call it something else. Good point.
That is a good point.
I think I'm out of ideas. That's my random notes.
Go.
I only have one fun fact.
Yeah.
Because I already said the Rock thing. I've got the kill count. Believe it.
Really? Human kill count?
Believe it. And
Fuck.
all kill count. So
Hundreds.
the grizzly, the wolves, everything.
Oh, the animals as well.
Wow. Right.
Oh,
right.
no, stop. It doesn't include the grizzly or the wolves.
Just the humans.
Just the humans.
Oh, wow. For a moment there was...
Fucking 200, 800.
Yeah, I'm going to go like, 800's excessive.
But no, but think about all the buildings they ripped down and the
Yeah,
tanks
but
they
Are they taking that
flipped
into
and
account? How
There was
extensive
no
is
one
this?
in the city. They attacked downtown.
50% of Chicago.
No, 50% of Chicago. The only area they've evacuated was downtown Chicago, where the monsters
were.
attacked.
So we've been in downtown Chicago, so picture it. How many people per square foot? Yeah, I just wanted to drop in.
Yeah, of course. Cool city.
Yeah, it really is. 227 people.
147.
Nah.
Yeah.
Challenge.
Isn't there like 6 people to 8 people a tank?
Oh, no, it's just one fella.
They're pretty automated these days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They just put one in there.
It's not
I was
Fury,
picturing
but
the
there's
movie
like 9
Fury.
guys.
Yeah, it's all drones. Drones drive tanks.
The one coward
True.
hiding
Okay,
underneath it.
that's fair. I'll take that on board.
So 147's research.
Quite a lot. What was this movie rated?
PG. Or M in Australia.
Again,
no,
once
it was
again.
It was M in Australia.
Yeah, right. Because it did have some moments. I mean, 147 people died at the hands of some pretty big, gnarly creatures.
Oh, that wolf and the mercenary scene should be M alone, I reckon. That was
And
sick. That was like fucking one by one they're getting taken. I'm like, I'm all about it.
The plane scene was kind of violent as well. Like, he didn't rip heads off, but like throwing those human bodies around like they were fucking ragdolls, into the walls of the plane. It's pretty violent.
It was. It did, and as I said, it did start off with a scene in space where she was literally swimming through severed limbs and shit.
Yeah, right at the first 8 seconds, it's just a severed limb.
There's a guy
with
like, no eyes.
There's a guy whose head's all fucked up.
The rat is taking the guy's eyes.
Yeah. They must
and
have,
then floating through and a fucking hand is
It's
just
just like the forearm and hand.
they must have really danced on the line of the PG-13 or M15 for this.
Oh, The Rock just went into the office and goes, make it M, and they went, okay.
Yeah.
True.
No worries, Dwayne.
Has he ever been in a film that's MA?
Oh, Ken.
Pain and Gain?
Doom was R.
How was it? Okay.
Right.
Jeez, Faster
Yeah, but
was
he was making his way up then.
Faster was MA as well. Faster. Got some thoughts on that too. So we'll just go into the cast.
Yep.
I only did the director and The Rock because
It's fine.
Yeah, fair.
I think we already spoke about Jake Lacey enough.
Yeah.
He was probably the only... Oh, and Joe Manganiello.
Joe.
Look him up
Joe.
yourself. 'Cause,
Uncle Joe, as I like to call him.
Yeah.
He hasn't been in much, but he's a fucking specimen.
He's been in some cool shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's who I think he is, I'm going to look him
He's
up.
the guy from Magic Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fucking good.
Yeah,
What was that weird kind of... He was an anti-hero comic book guy in a movie last year. You watched that? That was good. He played an anti-hero, like a drunk. He was like a drunk, but he was also a superhero. It was good.
Yeah.
What is it?
I can't remember what it was called. It was fucking really good. You'd like it.
Like a B grade superhero.
It wasn't B grade. It was like an indie film.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on. So what do you got? Brad, I'm dying to hear about the director.
Yeah, Brad
Because I don't
Payton.
know what else he's done.
Brad
I
Payton.
don't know his name.
He collaborates with The Rock a lot.
Okay.
And all his hits are
Jumanji.
Journey to the Mysterious Island, where they famously got rid of Brendan Fraser.
Yep.
San Andreas.
Oh, he directed San Andreas?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
fucking good for
And
him. He knows how to
Rampage.
do a big scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, his Metacritic score is 39. So
Yeah. Well,
he's got a few blockbusters there, but Mysterious Island's 41. San Andreas is 43, and Rampage is 45.
I watched Mysterious. Isn't it Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mysterious.
Yeah,
Part 2.
yeah,
Yeah,
part
yeah,
two.
yeah. I watched that like a couple of months ago with my daughter.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fine.
I
It was
thought
enjoyable.
It was okay.
I'm
Yeah.
more about the original Jules Verne version that I used to watch back in the 70s. I'm not even fucking
When you
joking.
used to listen to it on your radio.
I watched that and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and shit on the wireless.
So old.
So yeah, Brad Payton hasn't done anything noteworthy without The Rock in it. He's done a terrible horror movie, which is, I think,
Must be dragging his score down.
20 odd.
What is it?
Yeah,
What film was it?
Incarnate.
I don't know.
Yeah, and another one. Never heard of it either. So he's a friend of The Rock. So The Rock's
Right.
like, I'll throw you a bone and be in 3 of your movies and make you 428 million.
Well, he's
Yeah.
not terrible.
Oh, he's fucking man. Some of those scenes are real good.
Yeah.
Like the big scenes are excellent.
San Andreas, I thought, was a really good movie.
Yeah, that's actually his redeeming. I mean,
Yeah, it's
might be damning with faint praise.
that's another one that needs like a rewrite with someone that knows how to write like dialogue and heart and shit into a movie.
Yeah.
But the actual scenes, like the action, the visuals, fucking
Even-
He
excellent.
just
Even
needs to know
the-
his weaknesses, doesn't he?
The rescue scene's fucking really good as well.
Yeah.
Then we got Dwayne Johnson, or as his friends call him,
Dwayne.
Wayno.
Jono, fucking Jono, the Rocco. His worst movies, which all scored under 45, I love.
Okay.
Go on.
Listen to this list:
It's all of them. Yeah. Sorry.
Doom.
Yeah.
I know this is controversial. Red Notice.
I liked it.
Okay.
And Baywatch.
Eh.
I fucking love Baywatch.
I wanted to like it.
No.
Okay.
It's really bad.
What else you got?
So his
Is that all he's got under 45?
Nah, that's heaps more.
Yeah, fuck, I was going to say.
But these are the movies I like.
Oh, sorry.
Fake news. You're
Like-
fucking editing this so
Like
to make it look
Baywatch and
better.
Red Notice and Doom, all 37.
Yeah, that's
And then
about,
as I was going-
right for all
Then
of
I was
them.
like, oh, these are under 40. Then I seen Faster there. I was like, what's that? 44. Oh, all these are under 45.
Right, I get confused. Is Faster the one where he's like, his son does some dumb shit? Or is that
Nah.
Snitch?
Is the one about
That's-
family?
I get confused between Faster and Snitch.
That's Snitch. Faster's where he's going out of prison. He gets out of prison and he gets in his car and he just fucking starts murdering everyone to put him there.
Ah,
Yeah.
maybe I'd like that.
So you're saying when you're saying faster, you're not referring to any Fast and Furious.
No.
So this whole time I thought you just had some funky like lingo for Fast and Furious.
Hold up.
I've never heard of that movie.
Okay, I've got
Yeah,
some.
I can picture the cover of it, but I got it confused with Snitch.
I've got,
Oh, yes.
so his worst movie is Tooth Fairy, which is 35.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. His best movie is Moana. How's that? Your best and your worst are both kids' movies.
If you had have asked me what his best movie is, I would have said Moana.
Really?
I would have said Fast 5.
My man. Okay, so I've got The Rock makes sequels better, yeah?
Yes.
I'll narrow it down. The Rock makes Fast and Furious better.
Disagree.
Liz, the critics and me, very similar. So I've got every
You just ignored that completely. It's just like
He made
whatever.
it cheesy, but yes, sorry, go on.
every Fast and Furious without The Rock,
Yeah.
58, 46, 58.
Okay.
Every Fast and Furious with The Rock, 66, 67, 67, 56, Hobbs and Shaw, 61.
Take that for data.
But it's not because of The Rock. It's not because of The Rock.
Yeah, no, we're not taking any other variables into
Fast
account.
5 was a superior written and directed film.
Yeah.
It's not because of The Rock that gets a high
This
score.
humongous
When did they-
fucking guy who's
Fast
Vin
5 is when he
Diesel's
comes in.
match is chasing Vin Diesel down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That was
child.
wicked. Yeah.
When
But
did
the
they lose-
movies took a turn.
Where did they lose Paul Walker?
7
You never truly lose Paul Walker. He's always
in your heart.
here.
Thoughts?
So it wasn't him.
Doing the math. It was Michelle Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez. So yeah, I'm just.
It was
Rock-
Gal Gadot once she was out.
You know, once they lost Gal Gadot. Got that Superwoman chick.
And The Rock famously made G.I. Joe better as well. There you go. I
Yeah.
didn't look up the stats
yeah.
because I don't care for it.
Yeah. To be fair, he probably re-energized the Fast franchise.
Oh, he did,
and he
man.
made it bigger.
But what happened was
him coming in meant they had more money. That's what it was.
him coming in meant there's someone opposite Vin Diesel who's
Yeah.
bigger than him.
Yeah.
Who's
Vin Diesel really
But then they
took it
team
on the
up.
chin, didn't he? He had no problem with it whatsoever. He was like, come aboard, bigger fella.
Yeah, and then they team up.
Vin Diesel's in the director's office. I specifically have in my contract that nobody bigger than me is allowed to be on set.
Vin, we'll get you a bloody stool. Okay.
Okay. So he is.
She looks like my niece. Sorry.
He's.
Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, really? Okay.
She looks like my niece.
Fucking deep cut. He's unbelievably charismatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He
super
really
charismatic.
is. Like, he would be. Is there a more charismatic man on the face of the earth
Probably
than The
not.
Rock?
Probably not.
The Rock releases a movie. You're either cinema watching it or watching it as soon as it comes out on streaming.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not, watch it when I get time.
What does he get paid?
I hadn't seen Rampage.
Yeah, same.
and I'm an avid
That
movie
blows
watcher.
I haven't seen a few of those off your list there either, but it's not.
But I
because-
get your point. I'll
It's
bet
not.
it did.
It's not his fault if I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
because I really fucking enjoy The Rock.
Yeah.
and I think most people do on some level. It's just that he's not afraid to just cash in.
Yeah, that's his thing. And it's like you know what you're about to watch. So maybe I don't need to watch it because I know The Rock's going to be playing The Rock.
Yeah.
And I know the whole movie is
100%.
going to be
The Rock's a
Rock
businessman.
doing The Rock.
He
Yeah.
is a business.
He's like,
yeah,
oh,
he
sweet,
is.
he's on a boat or jungle cruise, fucking
Yeah.
whatever. It's The Rock on a boat.
The Rock on a boat,
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
he's in a car. Whatever. It's The Rock in a car.
But they're all pretty good because they get a lot of money thrown at them because The Rock turns fucking 100 million into 500 million.
Yeah.
So they also get a fucking good director and they get pretty good writers most of the time. They just, sometimes they're just a bit too, they try to make them maybe like a too broad an audience.
Yeah.
So they make Skyscraper, but then they want 12-year-olds to watch it.
Yeah.
So they take out all the good shit, you know, like, or they make, you know, whatever.
Do you reckon that there must be like a threshold of, and I probably should know this, but like if there's like they go, oh, you can get away with like one floating hand and one like mangled head,
One head
because the
without
parents going to
eyes.
go, oh! But they go, oh, it's a rock film,
It's
so
The
we'll
Rock,
hang in there.
it's-
Whereas, so you can get away.
He's family fun. The
It's
Rock.
a different movie if all of a sudden this gorilla's talking to Batista.
Yeah,
It's a different movie. It's like, oh wow, Batista's a great actor. He's
Yeah,
better
yeah.
than the big
you make
he's-
this point on every single podcast, but
And
I
I'm
don't
happy to-
disagree.
I'm happy to hear
I
it
don't
again.
disagree. I don't disagree.
He's better than the big three. He's an actor.
Let's all do our thing. Pulp Fiction.
So
Fuck it.
Marines, ex-Marines.
Ex-Marines. So the mum watches this, and Batista's the person she sees.
Yeah.
Ah, it's too much. We'll take
Righto.
it.
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah,
It's a different movie.
yeah.
John Cena, yeah, we'll watch it.
That,
John Cena, for God's
I think
sakes.
maybe that's. I think we're making the same point. Maybe.
Yeah, I
Is
am.
it The Rock's
I just
like?
I like to hear the
It's
sound
kind
of
of
my
family
voice.
friendly, cheesy stuff.
We can save
No,
this
no, no,
discussion for the minisode if you like, but because I know nothing about this world other than having them as actors, was The Rock the one who broke through this?
He was what he started it.
He did.
Hulk
'Cause
was in,
that's how I remember it.
Started
Hulk
what?
Hogan was in movies. Roddy
But he
Piper
wasn't
was
an
in
actor,
movies,
right?
But they're not actors.
And
so-
Mr. And
Oh,
Mr. T.
started the wrestler
Yeah.
into actor crossover.
Yeah.
The Rock-
Oh yeah, fuck
Like
yeah.
on this level in the modern era.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Like we had Andre the Giant, we had Mr. T,
No,
and all
no,
those
no,
guys
yeah.
that appeared in
Absolutely.
movies and shit like that.
Absolutely.
But they're
Look
not,
at me dropping the names from the early '80s because they're the only ones I know.
they're not holding a movie together.
No,
Yeah.
and they just did a couple.
Yeah.
I think Hulk Hogan maybe had 3 or 4.
6.
Yeah,
Suburban Commando, then Mr. Nanny or the Nanny, whatever
Mr.
it's
Nanny.
called, Mr. Nanny.
that sex tape.
No,
sex tape.
No holds
No
barred.
holds barred.
Rocky 3.
Yeah.
Yes, I've
There's
just
a
given
few
away
there.
my whole quiz.
Got him. Yeah, no, because that's the way I remember it. Is that he
He's
sort of dragged these guys in their way.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's worked out okay.
He was like the most charismatic.
He was a charismatic wrestler.
Yeah.
And he was always destined for great things. And
Yeah.
then he jumped on the Mummy franchise.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he was a
Scorpion
CGI
King.
fucking
Fuck
idiot.
yeah.
Yeah, the Scorpion King's dope.
Yeah, it's wicked.
And then he made a Scorpion King standalone movie.
Yes.
And I think that's when you're seeing his potential.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he does Walking Tall. Welcome to the Jungle with Sean William Scott.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Walking Tall.
Excellent.
64 minutes of The Rock.
Yeah.
And there's no one else in that movie to take it away from him. And they went, yeah, we got something here.
Yeah.
And then his first bad guy in Doom with Carl Urban.
Yes.
A legend
Yeah.
of cinema.
Yes. A friend of the pod. Carl Urban.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's lock
Officially?
it in. Fucking
Yeah.
lock it in.
Lock in, Kev.
Welcome.
Yeah. And
Keith
then,
Urban.
And then John Cena.
Not friend of the enemy of the pod.
What? Oh, sorry, wrong Urban.
And then John Cena and Batista took it in. And there's also those WWE movies where a lot of wrestlers came out,
Yes.
took 2 weeks off, filmed a movie.
Oh, really?
WWE Films released it. So,
I don't want to ruin your minisode.
no,
Because I feel like there's us going to get touched on the minisode.
Yeah.
Because I know them all.
Tune in for that.
Yeah.
tune in.
Yeah.
And also our top 5 cities
City's being
getting
destroyed.
destroyed.
Oh, that's what we're doing for the mini? Excellent.
Yeah, it's hard.
All
so
right.
let's give us your final thoughts, fellas.
Yeah, sure. I'll take it away if I may. Hey, Duff, I fucking liked it. I liked it. Yeah. I probably liked it way more than what I was expecting to. That's for sure. Because I
Were you
had
drinking Scotch, Ken?
no, I wasn't drinking
Wow.
at all. Surprisingly,
Snifter of brandy?
yeah, I kind of had a brandy.
Snifter.
Brandy. Who drinks brandy?
Well, I have it with my port.
I thought you just put it in your Christmas pud.
Helps me with my afternoon nap.
I love Christmas pud.
Christmas pud.
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so I thought it had most of the elements of a pretty good blockbuster. Not great. It's not a great blockbuster, but it was like a decent enough blockbuster. The fact it did 400 million kind of shocks me. But then I go,
Doesn't it?
okay, it was fucking pretty highly entertaining, and they didn't do a lot wrong. But what it did severely lack, which I mentioned before, was the heart and humor. And if you're gonna make a blockbuster and make it fucking like one that's memorable and people revisit, then you have heart and humor in it.
Give me an Armageddon moment.
Armageddon, perfect example.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not everything has to be Top Gun Maverick. Like that's a standalone for a blockbuster, but like Armageddon or Independence Day or any of those, because this is in that same, the same sort of wheelhouse as what those are.
Mm-hmm.
But what partially made up for the lack of heart and humor was how fucking impressive the visual effects were and the creativity of the scenes. we're talking about with the wolf and the helicopter and the crocodile up the bill, all that sort of shit, alligator, sorry. So it almost makes up for it.
Yeah.
The Rock was The Rock, which we just touched on for 20 minutes. And the rest of the cast they just did their jobs, other than the two that I just thought missed by a mile, which was the kind of villains, I guess. Look, I'm going to redeem it.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm not going to rate it too high because I felt it kind of had no substance.
Yeah.
Like, it was so fucking light, and I'm just going to forget it in 2 weeks' time. But I had a really good time watching it. I'm glad that I did watch it. So I'm going to give it a 58. And if you disagree with me, well, that's fine. You're completely entitled to your opinion.
Oh, fucking new Ken's confusing me. What just happened? Wake me up.
What do you got, Peter?
So I didn't hate it either.
Cool.
I thought of a couple of analogies, and one for me, and
This is shocking me that you both.
follow me.
I was so worried you guys would hate its guts.
We went over its flaws in great detail, I reckon, but
There's plenty of them.
yeah. But also, I wasn't expecting Shakespeare, and I wasn't expecting an auteur. I was expecting fucking crocodiles fighting bears or whatever it was going to be. You know what I mean? I had no idea. As I said before, I was thrown a little bit by the tone of the intro in particular, and I'm a little bit sensitive to that, as we've discovered through this podcast. It is one of my triggers. But yeah, I was thinking the best way to put it is, like, for me, is like The Rock is like Luka Doncic in the NBA. So, like, he's a generational talent. There's no doubt about that.
Yep.
And if you surround him with like an adequate cast and give him room to cook, you'll have fun as you watch him put up big numbers.
It's raining money.
And ultimately he won't win anything.
Fuck, that's a great analogy.
Check this one out.
Go on. Another analogy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on fire. Yeah, 2 analogies. You're fucking welcome. 2 for the price of 1.
You want to save one for the next pod? No. Okay.
No, So, like, this movie for me feels like a big, fancy, lavish float in a parade.
Yeah.
With The Rock perched on top, smiling and waving as it rolls down the street, and he's smiling and waving, and we're smiling and waving.
Yeah.
And the float's like got all the fucking bells and whistles on it. It's got flashing lights and fireworks, and it's been put together by like a crack team of like float decorators to make the perfect spectacle for him to sit on top of.
Yeah.
And then, like, for a very brief time, we're like completely distracted and amused by the spectacle of it. And then on the way home, we're like, that was cool. I just saw The Rock. Because ultimately, the float is just a vehicle for him anyway.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
And like, it was
2 great analogies.
That's where they nailed
2
it for
for
me.
Yeah.
Is like, he's so fucking charismatic that you just let him cook.
Yep.
And like, this is the definition of a fairy floss entertainment, right?
Yeah.
It's eminently forgettable.
Yeah.
But I can't say I hated it at all.
No.
Like, I had fun watching it.
That's
I won't
exactly the
remember a
same.
thing about it in a year, probably now. Like, I was struggling to put together, make a coherent thing.
Maybe I have seen it before.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I have. I probably watched it 4 times.
And you know what? That's okay as well, because not everything you watch has to have some imprint on your brain or your heart or your fucking soul or your being or whatever. Sometimes you can watch it, and it's completely ridiculous on so many levels. Because of how ridiculous it gets at points, I can't quite redeem it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't dislike it,
Yeah.
but I'm going to give it 48.
Yeah, okay.
So as close as I can get.
That's good.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
You guys touch on all the points I want to touch on, so I don't have anything here written in my notes that you guys didn't talk about.
You don't have any notes, do you?
No. It's goofy as shit, which I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It's fucking monsters. There's mercenaries, there's helicopter crashes, but I cannot get past the 2 main villains. Just give me something else, and I would have loved it. But
Yeah, fuck, it hurt you that much.
yeah, and for me, I've seen this movie, and I chose this movie because I couldn't fucking remember it, and felt like watching it.
You're like, was it the cheese, the beer, or is it just not very good?
I reckon in season 3 of this pod, we'll probably do this again. I fucking forgot.
That'd be so good. And I'll be sitting here going, I've never seen this.
Rampage. Let's fucking do it.
The re-ramp.
That's our new bit. People are going to love that.
I reckon, for me, I have to redeem it because it is fun.
Yeah.
I'm all about the fun. I'm all about the blockbuster. And I'm fucking very much all about The Rock.
Yeah.
Batista. And
For me, I got 40 points for The Rock and 8 points for the rest.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just going to... It's not a huge redeem, but it is a redeem. It's 55.
Yeah, fair.
Yep.
I couldn't get past the villain so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
And the only reason it's 55 is because of the scene with the wolf and the mercenaries. I would give this movie...
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I would have given this movie 54, but that gave it an extra.
Whichever of the 80 people that wrote this movie
I want them to
wrote that particular scene.
I want
Kudos.
them to go out rogue and do their own thing.
Yeah.
Release your wings, if you will.
We're going to be pretty heavy hitters in Hollywood pretty soon based on the content we've produced today. So fucking hit us up and we will look after you. That's our promise.
We got some ideas.
We're nothing if not men of our word.
So stay tuned next week. We got the minisode.
Yeah.
Minisode.
We discussed earlier. I've got a little quiz game sorted out.
Excellent.
And we'll also talk about our top 5 cities ruined in movies.
Yes.
Okay.
So
That's good.
I haven't done much notes to that one either, so it's gonna be a ride.
Hey, you know what? For the next week, I get to watch disaster movies, so I'm happy.
You're a sick man.
I was going to do it anyway.
Let's go.
Cool.
Okay, that's it. That's
the redeemable.
Yeah. Let's know your thoughts on the social medias and stuff.
Yeah. Cheers.
Bye.
And all the fans send their love, and I think you do it for them. So how important is it for you that the movies that you are in and go watch at the cinema are the ones that your fans will enjoy the most?
Thank you for bringing that up. It's my number one priority in making movies like this is always audience first and always give the people what they want. I firmly believe that in my heart and soul. I'm not into movie making to try and discover things about myself that people don't want to see. Like, that's my own time, and I'm going to figure it out with my therapist. But when it comes to movies, I want to make sure that, everyone has crazy lives and a lot of responsibility, and you're getting pulled in a lot of different directions, and money's not growing on trees. So when you pay your hard-earned money to come see one of my movies, it's important to me that you leave happy and feeling satisfied and leave great and fun and repeating lines and maybe discussing things and creating dialogue. Like, that's important to me. So it's always about the fans.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.